Okay, so if you're out there looking for a job right now, it can feel so competitive. But what if the key to actually thriving in this crowded market isn't just about polishing your resume, but about completely changing up your strategy? We've been looking at some really interesting takes on this, so let's dive in and explore how you can find your path.
I mean, it's the question on everyone's mind, right? You send out resume after resume, and it just feels like you're one name in a sea of hundreds of others. It is so frustrating. But the reason behind it all is actually surprisingly straightforward.
Well, here's the thing. The landscape has just totally changed. A college degree is way more common than it used to be. And what that means is for pretty much any job opening, the applicant pool isn't just big, it's incredibly qualified. So how in the world do you stand out when everyone looks great on paper? The answer isn't about having more qualifications. Nope. It's about having a way smarter strategy.
All right, so this first strategy, it all starts by completely rethinking what that first job even means. It's less about landing your absolute dream role right out of the gate and more about making a really smart, strategic first move.
Now, I know exactly what you might be thinking. Any job is a good job? Come on, that sounds a lot like settling, right? But hold on, this isn't about giving up on your dreams at all. It's about being strategic, playing the long game.
See, that idea is really a three-step play. First, you just get your foot in the door with an entry-level role. The really crucial part here is that you start gaining that real-world experience. From there, you can actually build a path inside a great company, moving towards the bigger goals you've set for yourself.
Okay, but, and this is a big but, there are a couple of really important things to remember here. We're not talking about just any random job. This strategy works best when that first step is at a company you really admire, or at the very least, it's in the industry where you want to build your career. It's all about being intentional. Okay, so once you've rethought that first job, the second strategy is all about broadening your search. I'm talking about thinking beyond the obvious and really starting to get creative. Let me give you a perfect example. Let's say your background is in IT. The typical narrow search is for jobs that are explicitly in an IT department, but the flexible approach? You search for any job that lists IT skills in its qualifications. All of a sudden, you're looking at roles in marketing and operations and logistics, literally anywhere your skills are needed. And would you just look at the difference that makes? By broadening your search from a very specific job title to a set of skills, you just dramatically increase the number of potential jobs you can apply for. You're not just fishing in this tiny little pond anymore. Suddenly, you've got the whole lake to work with. And, beyond just seeing more job postings, there's this really cool side effect. You might apply for a role you'd never even considered before and discover a talent you never, ever knew you had. This kind of flexibility isn't just a job hunting tactic, it's a tool for self-discovery. It's awesome. So when you put these two big ideas together, rethinking your first step and expanding your horizon, what's the real payoff? Well, it's all about finding a reward that is truly satisfying because of your creative efforts. This right here is what it all boils down to. Creative job hunting means looking at a crowded market not as some big obstacle, but as a genuine opportunity. An opportunity to be flexible, to think differently, and to carve out a path that, honestly, most other people are going to miss. Now let's be real for a second. Does this take more work? Yeah, absolutely. It's so much easier to just search for one job title over and over. But by investing that extra time and creativity, the reward isn't just a job. It's a role that you probably would have never found otherwise, one that feels earned, and one that is just so much more fulfilling in the end. So as we wrap this up, I really want to leave you with this one thought. Stop focusing so much on the finish line and think about the starting line. Your first job is just that, a first step. The real question is, if you're creative and if you're flexible, where will you let that first step lead you?